A lot of time to try to get down in a position for David Akers to kick the game-winning field goal. Tynes, I'm sorry.
Tynes, who has tied his career long with a 53-yard kick this season. That would mean taking it to the 35-yard line. It happened at Dallas on October 25th. So you had to get it to the 35 to get into that exact range. And again, plenty of time left. The Giants have had no problems moving the football, but they have done it today as opposed to how they've done it the last 3 weeks through the air. The running game has been, for the most part, contained by the Philadelphia defense.
Well, it seems almost fitting that these two teams, for what they're playing for and what's at stake, that it comes down to this, and it's almost just as fitting that it's going to be on the shoulders of Eli Manning, considering the day that he has had here.
He's thrown for 4 touchdowns to tie a career high. Line drive kick, and DJ Ware will get it on 2 bounces. Room to run. Good return by Ware. Foku on the tackle, but a return of 21 yards by DJ Ware. This has been a physical game since the beginning. Giants and Eagles, this rivalry. One of 4 touchdowns thrown by Eli Manning. 1 of 2 to Maclin on the Eagles side. There's the onside kick into the arms of Riley Cooper. The second to last touchdown, a run by Vick. This one out of his left hand to Maclin to tie it. Blitz. Giants pick it up, and the pass into the turf, looking for Hagan. Well, I think coming into this game, Troy, you look at the stats, and a lot of people can throw out the stats, but you look at this Eagles team, the offense, the #1 offense in the NFL. The questions are about this defense, and they suffered 2 big injuries last week. They lost Nate Allen here this afternoon to a knee injury. And now they're on the field with the Giants trying to get into field goal range to win it.
Well, this was a defense at one time that would thrive in these situations.
Manning over the middle for Boss, nearly picked off by Michael. And Quentin Michael, who had his 3rd of the year, almost rolled away with a big takeaway.
Boy, he sure did, and they're trying to beat that coverage down the middle with Kevin Boss again, and that gets a little bit dicey for a quarterback when you're fitting it in with a safety who's staring you down. Quentin Michael, who, as you said, had the interception earlier in the game, a great reception for that interception, just unable to make the play on that ball.
This is an Eagles defense that leads the NFL with 23 interceptions. 3rd and 10. And now Eli Manning will take a sack. The clock will continue to wind, which is good news for the Giants, because the Eagles are out of timeouts, but they will get it back before the end of regulation.
Just great pressure there by Philadelphia defensively, and you're right, they're able to let the clock run, but the Eagles are going to get the ball with a little bit of time on this clock. If they're able to get a good return here, DeSean Jackson back to receive it.
Well, for the Giants, Troy, the sack is actually better than an incompletion.
No question.
And now DeSean Jackson, as you say, is back. And there will be 12 seconds when the ball is snapped into the hands of Matt Dodge. No timeouts remaining for Philadelphia. And Matt Dodge has not been, well, it's not been a given, as the Giants just call a timeout, so they have 2 left, but that's immaterial at this point. Dodge has had 1 block, and he's fumbled a snap. He has worked harder on trying to receive the snap from Zach Diassi, and that group will have to pull this one off.
And I don't think Tom Coughlin's real comfortable asking Matt Dodge to directional kick. I mean, he can bomb it, but even Tom Coughlin said, trying to angle it and ask him to do certain things at this stage of his career is difficult for him. So in all likelihood, DeSean Jackson's going to at least get a return.
Matt Dodge went to that glove on his hand because of fumbled snaps. The kickers worked out in the stadium here on Friday. Officials are getting together. Maybe a question about time left on the clock.
Please reset the game clock to 14 seconds.
We'll put 2 seconds back
on the game clock. Thank you.
And DeSean Jackson, who has averaged 14th best in the NFL, 8.7 yards per return, has not returned one for a touchdown this year. Waits. And it's a line drive kick. Jackson bobbles it and now has to try and recover. DeSean Jackson gets a block. Are you kidding? DeSean Jackson still not in, and now in for the touchdown. No flags. Unbelievable. No time left. Eagles win.
Tom Coughlin, it looks like he went right to Matt Dodge and was asking him what he was doing. He had been asked to kick it out of bounds.
That is incredible. It's a 65-yard return. It was an awful punt, a line drive. Jackson bobbled it and then let blocks get set up. Picked his way through the Giants, got a block late, and then took it up the goal line before going into the end zone. There's no time remaining, and with that stunning ending, the Philadelphia Eagles come all the way back and are going to win this game. That makes Philadelphia 10-4. They've now swept the season series against the Giants. They're going to make the Eagles kick the extra point. But it just adds to the misery here for Tom Coughlin, who immediately went to his rookie punter, Matt Dodge, and talked to him about the punt, which was on a line right to DeSean Jackson, which is impossible to explain. DeSean Jackson is one of the few big play home run hitters returning punts, and how the Giants let DeSean Jackson get his hands even on the football, let alone return it for 65 yards, and the game-winning score is absolutely not to be explained.
You can't explain it, Joe. Tom Coughlin wants an explanation, but he's not going to get one.
And this is to make it a 7-point game, and that's it. This game was 24-10 Eagles trailing entering the fourth quarter. And then the Eagles went off. Akers with that onside kick, a part of it. And Philadelphia wins this. Let's go down to the field and Pam Oliver.
What were you saying? No worries?
No words. No words. I ain't got nothing to say right now. No words.
Try to come up with something for me, okay?
I fumbled the ball, man. I don't know what I'm doing out there, but hey, I picked it up. It gave me a little bit of time. It's a beautiful game, man. I promise, going into halftime, I didn't even think this could be possible, man. I just want to say, Pops, man, R.I.P., man. I miss you, man. It's for you, baby.
What does this say about the Eagles?
Hey, we're a dominant team. I mean, down 3-24 and come back and win. That's unbelievable, man. I ain't got no more words. I'm good.
All right. Appreciate that. For no words, he had a lot of them.
The last touchdown is the last of 4 touchdowns scored in 7 minutes, 28 seconds. And we talked about this rivalry. Remember this? The miracle at the Meadowlands. Next door, Herman Edwards with that fumble return for a touchdown, which went for the improbable win. And now here, this is at least a little bit more controlled, where you've got a punter who somehow kicks a line drive to DeSean Jackson. And again, 4 touchdowns in the last 7 minutes, 28 seconds. And in regulation, the Philadelphia Eagles win it by 7. They're 10-4. And it is a giant collapse by New York here in New Meadowlands Stadium. Back after this.